Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video of the month. I apologize if I sound a bit different. My throat has become quite sore, and my nose is blocked. But I will continue doing these videos for you guys. And so, what I've done is I have expanded the borders of some of the kingdoms. And this is over a couple of decades. So the queens who were in on the throne in the last video, they are most likely not around anymore. And we also do see the introduction of two new kingdoms, the Silk Wings and the Hive Wings. So again, I apologise if I sound quite rough. My throat is quite sore, and that's why I'm talking quite gentle. And so we're going to look over at the Nifel Kingdom and the Nordara Kingdom and the Kingdom of Coin Kion. Uh, Cheyenne. Sorry, I keep on forgetting that, guys. I do apologize. So these three kingdoms, they've expanded their borders. The Nifel Kingdom has expanded by quite a lot, and the new queen has ordered that some more villages to be built. She has ordered that this village here is to be built up into a bustling metropolis, and she has also ordered that the palace and the capital are to be moved further east. And Kion, the kingdom of Kion, they have taken over some more land, not as much as the others, but they have taken over some more. The Nordara kingdom, they have also expanded by quite a bit. And just like I said earlier, sorry guys, just like I said earlier, what did I say earlier? But yeah, that's it. In the last video, the queens from the last video are most likely deceased now because decades have gone by. I did actually forget to expand the borders of the kingdoms in what you call it, in Europe, and that's what we'll be focusing on, is the expansion of the kingdoms in Europe and the kingdoms in South Africa. The Northern Mediterranean Kingdom, the Sea Wing Kingdom, they have been allowed to claim their independence from the Sea Wings, and so that allows them to change their colour. So they declare their independence, and so now they are a independent kingdom. And the first thing that the new queen of this kingdom will do is she will expand her borders some more. So she will take over this part. Um, and then she will order submarine wings to take over the island that was recently discovered. They've already taken over the entirety of Greece, and so she then orders them to move into the Albanian area and just take over some more of the area. The Sea Wings who have populated this area here, they continue to search this area until they get to this little bit of land here where some of them push more north while some of them actually fly over, and as they start to expand into the Crimea area. While that's going on, this populated area here, while it's not as populated because the closest village is quite far away, they are going to push quite heavily uh, around the coast and then link up with the Sea Wings who have come from the Crimean Peninsula. And so then they continue to follow the coast until they join up with the Sea Wings who were pushing around, and they just continue to expand their borders even more. So now they are in control of the whole Black Sea. So the Black Sea is theirs, and they go ahead and install or build a trading village in southern Crimea. Another one most likely northwestern Crimea. So around here, and then they build another one east of this little bit of water, which I don't remember what it's called. And so they have expanded quite a lot. I do apologise for all the coughing in the throat. Like, I'm really feeling great, but I'm determined to power through. So let's have a look at the orange team, and I'm actually going to make uh, another slide, and I'll put this slide up here, and this slide is basically going to be actually I'm going to make two slides. So one slide is going to be economic alliances, and then the other slide is going to be like defensive alliances. And so for the economic alliances, uh, we're going to have Pentagon. So it's going to be an outline, and basically, right now, if we go to number 3, oh dear. Uh, okay, I'm very confused. Oh, nice. Give me a sec. Okay, there you go. So they get rid of the defensive perimeter, which is around the portal, and that does. What are you thinking about that? Stop blinking. Right, okay. And that does allow, free up some space. So um, that then allows them um, uh, to then focus more of their resources away from the portal because they're not a threat anymore from the Iron Kingdom. Focus on their economy and trading with their partners and whatnot. Um, and then the queen um, of the Sunspear Kingdom then says to the queens of the Ignis Kingdom and the Emberlight Kingdom, if they want to join a economical alliance. They agree, and this economical alliance is. I'll make this. Oh, and they join this economic alliance, and so let me just. Number three. And so these three kingdoms are now in a economical alliance. An economical alliance is in this world. It's not going to be like a defensive alliance. So if one kingdom gets attacked, the other kingdom are not obligated to defend that kingdom. They can defend it if they want to, or if they value the kingdom that's been attacked as having high relations and whatnot. And so these three kingdoms are the first kingdoms to form the first economical alliance, and that occurs, and the Sunspear Kingdom, Sunspear Queen of the Sunspear Kingdom, she's going to be also balancing her puppet as well, and she's going to allow her puppet quite a bit more freedom, and the puppet is actually going to send out scouts up north, and they are going to discover Iceland. And very quickly, they actually take over uh, most of Iceland. They actually start up what they call as the claw, because this looks like a claw. And they actually name this island as the Island of the Claw, Island of the Fiery Claw, because that's from King. And this settlement here has actually also grown by quite a bit as well, and they now fully control this portion of Norway. But while that's going on, the Queen of the Sunspear Kingdom, she has also expanded the grip of her kingdom as well on this portion of the the land. So she has set up forces, and they actually go up quite a lot. And she now controls this huge portion of Sweden, and this allows her to to build um, some more what do you call them? Build some more villages, and so she builds one in the southern part of this new land. So she builds one in the western part of this new land, and then she constructs one in the little crook area. So, and then she constructs one in like the most northern part of this new addition to her kingdom. And the puppet state will actually do the same thing, where they will make a town or village in the Fiery Claw island, and they will also build a town in the southern portion of his land, as well as or village, sorry, as well as one in the northern part of their new territory. So these kingdoms are starting to get quite large. The Orange Kingdom is also going to be expanding some more as well. They're going to be pushing along the coast. But this new queen, because the old queen has become deceased, she's going to be focused a lot more on expanding her borders some more. But over the decades, Skywings have gotten used to the temperature swings here. And because this portion of the kingdom is quite far away from the palace, the newly acquired portion of her kingdom does start to see a very high interest in independence very quickly, in probably a year or whatnot. And should I make these smaller? Oh dear. So if I make these smaller. So I'm going to make these trading. Let me actually increase this. Yeah. So I'm actually going to make these trading villages smaller. So they do actually account for the size of villages. And I'm going to put the other one here as well. And I'm going to stick one here. And then I'm going to stick one right here. And then I'm going to stick one in the desert area. Probably two in the desert area actually. And then one in the northeastern part of the kingdom. And this is just to help the queen just uh, keep a better grip on the newly discovered lands. But this doesn't really help her that much because this kingdom um, it is. Hang on, let me address this. I'm messing all this up. No, don't do that. Thank you. Because now this kingdom, they finally, after a long time, they do actually declare their independence from the Queen of the Emberlight Kingdom. And this comes at quite the shock for the Queen. And she's not very fond of this at all. Let me just see what colour this will be. Okay, okay. So she doesn't like this as much, but she's not really in the power to do anything at the moment. And so this whole section declares its independence from the Queen of the Emberlight Kingdom, or the Kingdom of Ember. Not like that, but you know what I mean. So we're just going to fill this in really quickly. Like so. And then we're going to go back to layer 3. And we are actually going to change the color of these capitals. Well, not capitals, but villages. And we're going to actually we're actually going to do that like so. We can see. Okay, so this is going to be their new palace. So they build that up quite quickly. And this one over here is going to remain as a village. And so now the Queen of the Everlight Kingdom finds herself in a predicament because this kingdom here has severed practically severed her kingdom in half. So she's got this part of her kingdom which is split off from this part. And so she asks for the newly appointed Queen of the Yellow Kingdom to come and basically talk out peacefully border disputes, see if they can settle this at all. And so they keep on they talk about it for weeks, and it goes on for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then it eventually leads into months. and tensions do start to fray and whatnot. But eventually, the the yellow Kingdom Queen finally says fine, and she gives what about that? She gives them access to the coast and allows them to uh, uh, reconnect their um, disconnected part of their kingdom. The um, Queen of the Yellow Kingdom, she's not in favour of this at all. She had practically been forced to go along with this deal, and she is also at the moment having to deal with making um, more villages for her kingdom, as well as uh, making a new council, and it's just a total mess. So we're gonna get back to this kingdom later on, uh, and we're gonna focus on the Mud Kingdom. Actually, no, we're gonna focus on the Sand Kingdom because I feel like the Sand Kingdom haven't really gotten that much love. And so again, just like I explained with the northeastern Russian kingdoms, the Sand Kingdom, um, did I actually name this kingdom? No, I did. I did name this kingdom. Okay, that's right. But this kingdom here, the Arabian Kingdom, um, it's going to be a new queen, most likely the daughter of the previous queen who was in the previous video. Because you've got to bear in mind that um, um, that a few decades have passed. So I'm just going to take a quick drink because my throat feels like it's. So this new queen, the daughter of the past queen, she is unlike her mother. She's not this passive, um, anti-war queen. She is a ruthless dictator, and she um, sends out a massive, um, I think that's the word, yeah, a massive wave of dragons to go out and just claim this whole uh, uh, section of land for herself. And so, after a good, like, probably a couple of months, this whole section of land is now under her control. And her kingdom has probably quadrupled in size, probably even uh, grown in size by up to 6 times. But she does not stop here. She forces um, uh, her subjects to swear oath to her, and the Samwings in this kingdom, they begin to get a little bit worried about their power-hungry queen. And she just carries on, expands. She just carries on to expand her influence in the area, and after probably a couple of years of expanding, it's probably not even that. It's probably a couple of months um, of constantly sending out dragons um, to continue following the coastline upwards, northwards, They eventually link up with each other, um, and the kingdom is once again connected, but now it is absolutely gigantic. It is vastly bigger than what it was before. And she then starts to order uh, the construction of many uh, uh, villages around her new kingdom. And she even moves her palace because not only does she not feel safe in this area, but she no longer likes it, and she moves her palace into um, this area here, like so. And so this takes a good couple of months, probably even a year or two, to dismantle the palace. Maybe not even dismantle the palace. Maybe just like move everything from the old palace and then to the new one. And she has imposed uh, uh, very strict um, working hours, and it's borderline slave labor. That's what it is. She's pushing her subjects to the absolute limit, and they're becoming exhausted. Food is uh, dwindling. Unrest is beginning to climb, but the dragons of this kingdom, they are not yet ready to begin overthrowing their dictator of a queen, their tyrannic uh, form of queen. So we have our first, in our sense, dictator, queen dictator. All the other queens are more laid back. They're either, you know, expanding, or like expanding their borders, or they're more focused on gathering resources, or they are just more focused on other things. But their main priority is making sure that their subjects are absolutely fine. So back at these two newcomers, the Siltwan Kingdom has done pretty well. They have um, basically off of the board, they have taken over the whole of Madagascar. So Madagascar is now under Silkwood control, and it's probably Silk slash Leafwing control. It will honestly depend. But the Hive Wings, just like with the Sandwings, the Hive Wings, um, they have expanded their borders. They have been through a time of peace because of Queen Jewel. Um, oh dear. Did not need to do that at all. But this does not last long because um, the the either the daughter or the granddaughter of Queen Jewel, she turned out to be very similar to Queen Wasp, where she just wants domination. She wants to control everything. And so she now is in control of this huge kingdom, and she starts to do a very similar thing to um, what the new Salmon Kingdom queen is doing. But because they are hive wings, she's able to use uh, uh, the same technique as what Wasp did, and she can control the minds of her subjects. And so she starts the rapid construction of multiple hives. So now we have two kingdoms who have more or less similar um, uh, ways of doing things, and the rest of the kingdoms are just doing their own things. And then we have the introduction of quite possibly the Nightwings, and I think the Nightwings would probably appear. Mm, Honestly, I'm not sure where the Nightwings would appear. Um, they would probably appear in America, so probably somewhere around here. So, so the Nightwings appear in the probably in probably around the Great Lakes area, so probably around here. And the Queen, who is in control of them, is again just like with the Hive Wings, is probably either the daughter or the granddaughter of greatness. But unlike the Hive Wings, and more like the queens of the European kingdoms, this queen she's going to focus primarily on resource gathering, on expanding her kingdom, as well as making sure that her subjects are um, happy with what she is doing. And so she very quickly sets up, if I get this right, she sets up her palace, and the Nightwings, I believe they would, because they've got like this old fashioned kind of like design in their palaces and whatnot. So she would probably have her palace moved from the portal and probably constructed closer to the Great Lakes. So that happens, and she also orders the construction of a few what do you call it? A few trading villages. So she has one built in the south and one built in the northwest. And this allows her to trade effectively with the rest of her kingdom. And so we have the Nightwings on the side as well, which is very good news. So we'll go back here, and we're actually going to look at the color of this, and we're going to actually lower it, and we're going to hit it like that. Okay, no, that's not too similar. The the Ringwings aren't really going to focus that much on expanding at all. They're I feel like they will be very happy with their kingdom. They're more like an empire now. So I might rename them to um, the third Dantia empire. But this smaller one will still be called a kingdom. So thank you guys for watching the video. I know I've probably sound like a dying rabbit. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will try and upload as much as possible. Anyway, guys, don't forget to put in the comment section any suggestions that you like. Any will be greatly appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.